This might come to as a bit of a shock to you, but I like a website called Simple Thrifty Living.
Yeah, big surprise. Hashtag a site I will never visit. What is a site Jeremy's never been to and never will?
Beer drinker. If you're a beer drinker, they figured out how much a case of beer will cost you in every state.
Okay.
They did this study back in 2017. They just did it here. And guess what they used as the litmus for it? Budweiser and Miller Lite. Okay. Bud Light and Miller Lite. If you were to buy a 24-pack of Bud Light or Miller Lite, they have figured out, based on taking a cross-section of 10 not random zip codes, but zip codes with different demographic features. Like some, obviously, like in this state, especially the state of California, there are poorer zip codes and there are much more well-to-do
Let me
zip
guess.
codes.
What does it give you the average of what they came up with? What a case cost average-wise?
Mm-hmm.
I would guess it's around $24 or $25.
The average is a lot lower than the 24 or 25
Oh,
bucks.
okay. What I'm trying to think. I don't ever go buy a case of beer. I usually buy a 12-pack, and it's usually around $6. So, I guess you're right. So I guess a case of Miller Lite is probably around $14.
I think it's hard for the average. They have an average state by state, but to do a national average might be a little bit difficult because obviously, take for example, I should say, not for existence, Maine. Maine, the average price is $19.63 for
a case,
24-pack of Bud Light or Miller Lite. And in comparison,
is there a California?
Illinois?
Oh, it's still pretty close.
It's $15.20.
Oh, really?
But Illinois has quite a bit more population based on the fact that Chicago is based there.
Yeah, I would think it'd be more. I think it'd be more than, but I guess maybe because there's not a big city.
I will say I singled out Illinois because Illinois was the cheapest place to buy.
Does it have California
beer.
there?
Yeah, California,
$21.
shockingly enough, is one of the cheaper. $17.86.
You know what it is? The tax. Because tax, let me just think this out loud for a
CRV.
second. The tax here is so much cheaper for alcohol than it is in other states. Like for Washington State, they used to have to buy liquor at the store. Now you can go, at a liquor store ran by the state. Now you can buy it anywhere. But the taxes you have to pay on the liquor is crazy. For example, the Costco vodka that's $20 here is like $35 there because of the taxes alone. It's almost double what it is just for the tax. So is Washington State on there?
Yes.
Is it more?
Yes, it's by about $3.
Spot on today.
About $3.
I'm spot on.
So maybe the taxes have you know where it's the most expensive.
What part of the? Give me a list of a few states and I'll tell you which one. Because out of 50, I don't know.
Okay, Wyoming.
Okay.
Tennessee.
Okay.
Pennsylvania and Alaska. Yeah, you would be right.
Because it's
$31.
It's expensive to get stuff.
Never
there.
vacationing in Alaska.
The only place that's probably more expensive is Hawaii.
It's actually cheaper in Hawaii.
Really?
Than it is in a lot of, like Wyoming, for example. It's cheaper in Hawaii than it is in Wyoming. It's the same price in Hawaii as it is in Montana. Okay, this is places with not a burgeoning economy. Texas, about the same. It's actually Texas is $2 less. But it's the states with the populace that actually drive the
price down.
Yeah. New York is one of the cheapest places.
Well, and Alaska,
$15.
I don't know if it's counties or what. I think it's counties. I don't think they break it up into provinces. That's Canada. But I think there's counties that are dry I know there is in Alaska because I've seen that Alaska State Troopers. And you can't have alcohol in a lot of these little villages.
Live with Santa Claus and there's no beer?
Yeah, North Pole, Alaska. Well, I don't know about North Pole, Alaska, but there are places that you cannot have liquor or beer or any kind of alcohol in certain towns. I don't know if it's counties. I think it's towns. And so that means less people even drink it. They have to, they make a lot of their own or they smuggle it in.
Illinois is cheapest, followed by South Carolina, New York, Rhode Island, Kansas, and Michigan.
How good does a beer sound?
Round out the top 5.
All this beer talk's making me thirsty.
I mean, Really? Even we're talking about Bud Light and Miller Lite here. You're even thirsty for that?
I love Miller Lite. It is my go-to beer. It is. I buy more Miller Lite.
This is what I love about this
else.
article.
I have to be in the mood to drink all these other beers like IPAs or a brown ale or a stout or whatever, Hefeweizen. But Miller is an anytime beer for me.
They go all the way to the point where they tell you how to save even more on a case of beer. There are 3 things you can do, one of which I think you utilize rather effectively, and that is use a credit card for your beer purchases that is going to give you a benefit.
Yes, I do that.
There are credit cards that will give you 5% cash back when you shop for beer because it falls under the grocery
I'm
guys.
the airline guy. You get the airline miles.
You do it airline wise. You don't do it for beer. But you might want to think about that. If you're spending a lot of money, go through your monthly budget and you spend a lot of money on beer. Not that people that are spending a lot of money on beer and consuming a lot of beer
what
have
about
the clarity
beer?
of mind to
like,
do
what
this.
If I go to the tap room and I buy beer? What if I go to Barrel House and I buy beer, or downtown to the Speakeasy? Or
It all falls under the same line. I think as long as you're buying it at a grocery store. So you have
okay,
to
not a bar.
Yeah, I mean, because it counts as groceries for these certain credit card
Okay,
programs.
what's the credit card?
Well, there's a number of credit cards that will give you 5% back for groceries. So you just got to find one of those credit cards. Also, you should use an app like, this is number 2. You should use an app like Shopular or Flip with 2 P's at the end, because they can give you a listing of all the sales and circulars in your area so you can keep on top of when your favorite beer goes on sale. So say you like 805 and Grocery Outlet having like a 3-day sale on 805. You type in 805 on Flip or Shopular and it'll pull up, this is the best price in your area today, right now at this point. Then you can go and you know in your mind, if it's your favorite beer, what it typically costs.
Is this going to be like gas, though? Like, all right, well, across town, you got to go all the way across town to get,
But sometimes it's worth it to save
10 cents a gallon. But by the time you get there, it's going to cost you
$17.
Yeah.
By the time you sit in the line.
But I guess you could look at it and you can make the decision.
And
for
you
yourself.
should probably.
What's the website again?
The app?
Yeah.
Shopular or Flip. FLIPP.
Okay.
And
excuse me.
That's okay. You are drinking already.
Just water at this point.
And then you should also track your spending. If you use like Clarity or Mint as a budget app or things like that, any kind of budget app really, to track your monthly finances, you'll find that there are areas that you're probably overspending. Or like we talked to that lady the other day that said she hadn't been to the gym in 7 months, but she still pays for her membership. That would be an area where you gash that, then you free up more money for your beer.
I don't think people take advantage of these credit card rebates and offers as much as they should. And like you brought up, the Points guy is the guy's name. He specializes in airlines, and he pitches the Chase card because obviously they've got a deal. But there's a lot of different cards that you can get to get either miles or rebates or something back. Like I know the Costco card. A lot of times you can go use that now at other places.
If you're a heavy shopper at Costco, if you buy the gas, if you buy a lot of your goods at Costco, it makes absolute sense, 100% sense to buy, or not to buy, but to sign up for that Costco card.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.